again, with all due respect to the Supreme Court, kasi nung tinitingnan ko itong nangyari, you mentioned that this sets a new precedent dito with the way the Supreme Court would deal with certain misconduct by lawyers. Sa mga viewers natin, itong babanggitin ko sa inyo, hindi po ito necessarily fallacious statement or logical fallacy. Okay, yung tinatawag natin whataboutism. Ganito po kasi yung punto ko rito. Okay, aminado si Jess Falsis that he committed this error, this mistake, whatever you want to call it, simple misconduct. Pero we've heard other lawyers, much more prominent lawyers, uttering even more vulgar words. Example, Vice President Sara Duterte, isa po yung abogado. Alam po nating lahat yung pinagsasabi niyan, di ba? Hinakasalampak siya sa sahig, patay yung ilaw, pinagmumura yung presidente, First Lady, yung Speaker of the House din. At sinabi niya, kumontak na siya ng papatay at pumayag na yung papatay. That's one. Another lawyer, incidentally, Duterte rin yung apelido. Dating Pangulo, nakakulong ngayon sa The Hague. Kung titingnan niyo po lahat ng pinagsasabi niyan, dun sa kanya, sabihin na lang natin nung panahon na presidente siya, pero even before, napakabastos ng bunganga niyan. Hindi po ba? Ang daming binastos na babae, habang nandun yung presidential seal sa likod niya. Nandun pa yung watawat ng Pilipinas. Yung mga ganyan, bakit nakalusot? Yun ba dahil presidente yung isa vice-presidente? Nagtatanong lang po sa Supreme Court with all due respect. And again, I know there was a case filed, disbarment case against the vice president, filed I think by Larry Gadon. And I think he mentioned that before, no? No action taken yung naging response sa Supreme Court. So my point is, what kind of message is the Supreme Court, again, with all due respect, is sending to the Filipino people by punishing a lawyer like Jess Falsis, who is not as prominent as the two other lawyers I mentioned. Pero bakit yung dalawa lusot? Nagtatanong lang po, with all due respect. I mean, that's my 2 cents. Those are my 2 cents dyan.
With my statement kanina, no, I gave a statement, of course, to all the press who were asking. And this was not also to offend the Supreme Court. It was really to promote the rule of law and the Constitution, no, which, of course, I'm a suspended lawyer right now. But sabi ng Supreme Court 10, attorney pa din ako with how they posted my case. So, as still an officer of the court, with all humility, no, if kung pwede lang akong lumuhod, and magmakaawa, and nasa statement ko yan, I really beg the court to resolve the pending disbarment cases of these two Dutertes, no? Yung nasabi mo, Christian, may isa pa kasi na mas luma na eh. And that will erode the confidence in the administration of justice and the rule of law if left unresolved. Si Mayor Sara then Mayor Sara Duterte, although she had good reasons as well, no, and it's a complicated issue, she stopped the demolition of certain shanties or areas in Davao,
ng sheriff,
which there was a court sheriff who was going to implement the demolition. So sinapak niya yung sheriff, and matagal na yung disbarment na yun, super tagal na. Even the Vice President has mentioned that in relation with Justice Maidas Marquez nung nag-apply siya sa JBC. I think nung isang may nag-mention noon, na-mention na yan ni VP Sara na ang tagal ng pending pero wala pa din daw resolution. So yung kaso ko kasi, I would like to think I never promoted disrespect for the rule of law. I never said to disobey the administration of justice and lower the confidence in our courts. I would like to think na yung pagsapak sa isang sheriff, court sheriff at that, who is implementing a court order, is one of the most grievous, if not a grievous sin talaga, of any lawyer. Because yun nga, we are officers of the court, and yet nananapak ng sheriff who was just doing his job with a court order. So, with all due respect to the Supreme Court, kung nakikinig po sila, sana hindi nila masamain yung aking panawagan na patawan ako ng penalty, yes, and I will serve it out. Even if later baka increase pa nila or tagalan pa nila, I will accept it. I will accept it. As long as sana itong mga luma na ding cases, which I think are quite worse, no? Not just as a lawyer, but as a Filipino citizen as well, na bumoboto, I'm part of the democracy, kahit hindi na ako abogado, I still want to uphold the Constitution. Sana magka-resolution kasi there's no guide or there's no guidance from the highest court of the land as to this kind of conduct. So is this conduct tolerable? Allowable? I don't know. As a lawyer, as a Filipino, I don't know kasi walang resolution.
Ako magtatanong ko bilang isang Pilipino, no? Kasi again, highly questionable yung message na lumalabas coming from the Supreme Court with the way these cases of misconduct are handled. Dahil ba yung dalawang abogadong binanggit ko, yung mag-amang Duterte, dahil ba sila ay politicians? Is that an excuse to come out with those words? To disrespect the office? To insult people using the pulpit of the presidency and the vice presidency? Is that an excuse? Sabihin, hindi kasi nasa larangan sila ng politika, merong leeway for them to utter those words. Again, with all due respect, if that were the case, I beg to disagree. Diba? Si Duterte, yung tatay, ano yung sinabi dati? Barilin sa vagina, yung mga Amazona. You remember that? Nang halik ng isang Pilipina sa isang Hong Kong event, if I'm not mistaken, Filipino community. And there was another lawyer. I remember that because I interviewed a member of his cabinet at that time, si Attorney Salvador Panelo. He was justifying it. Na parang halik lang daw ng tatay. Bakit itong kabastusan na ito nakalusot? I mean, nagtatanong lang po, again, with all due respect, sa ating mga kagalang-galang na maestrado. Bakit ganon? Hindi po ba?
And I also have no answer, no? So, I share the frustration of everyone, not just because I'm personally interested in this issue, no? Baka siyempre sabihin, I have a selfish or self-interest in the issue. But it's a frustration because those kinds of acts are the ones that really erode the rule of law. I also eroded it, siguro, I would concede, di ba, by cursing because that should not be how officers of the court should behave.
Totoo naman, Jess, kasi, sorry I have to tell it, bastos din mo kasi yung words na ginamit mo.
Definitely.
Hindi bagay sa abogado.
Yes, and again, there's no excuse, but may context siyang pinanggagalingan. But the frustration is, I should be punished, definitely. But what should we make of the other scenarios na talagang not just against being a lawyer, but it's against being a human person, it's against the Constitution, it's against democracy. What do we make of those things?
Yun nga eh. So ito, what are you planning to do moving forward? You said, of course, iniisip mo pa kung magka-file ka ng MR dito. Pero how does this affect your public engagement, the way you articulate your views regarding issues? Ibig sabihin ba magbe-behave ka na?
No, I will just always clarify na I'm not speaking or I'm no longer speaking as a lawyer. As I've told you, di ba? I really consider myself more of a political animal rather than as a lawyer. Because again, I did not really study the law to go to a law firm. And there's nothing wrong with that, no? But ako, hindi talaga yun yung conception ko. Mine is really for politics, not because I want to be a politician per se. Ano na lang yun, destiny na lang yun. That's just icing on the cake. It's just as a marginalized person, yun talagang pinanggagalingan ko ever since pwede yan balikan sa UP Law, essay ko, why I studied the law or why I took up the entrance exam. Sinulat ko dun sa essay talaga, it was really to know the law so that I can change it. And so my advocacy will not change for LGBT rights, for human rights, to oppose anything that I think as a Filipino is not proper, corruption, EJK. Since 2016 pa naman, actually, itong natanong mo kanina, was I surprised? Hindi na, since 2019, yung final yung disbarment, I was already expecting to be sanctioned kasi hindi ko na mababawi yun eh. Nagawa ko talaga yun. And what's done is done. I have to pay the price. I do the crime, I pay the time. Ganun talaga. But since 2016, you know, again, konting buhat bangko lang because it's the truth. talagang original ako na anti-Duterte. So I've always been risking a lot of things, not just being my lawyer, but many other things. So it will not stop. Kasi hindi ko mapipigilan ang sarili ko. As a gay person who has experienced injustice, I could not stay silent in the face of any injustice. Legal man yan, political, environmental. Kaya nga yung iba sinasabi, ba't daw ako nagpo-post tungkol sa mga puno, sa Rojas Boulevard, ba't daw ako nagpo-post tungkol doon sa Ateneo na dalawang namatay, ba't din ako nakikilungkot daw doon, ba't pa ako makikisawsaw, hindi naman daw yun yung content ko. It's because kung ano talaga yung maramdaman ko when I listen or hear the news, that's what I will have to say. So moving forward, I will just have to clarify that I'm not speaking as a lawyer. I'm speaking as a political scientist. I'm speaking as a barangay kagawad. I'm speaking just as an ordinary Filipino.
Okay. O sige, pero okay, tuloy pa rin yung mga ginagawa mo. For instance, yung mga programa kung saan bahagi ka, yung pagpo-post mo, tuloy-tuloy lang yan.
Tuloy pa din. And aalisin ko lang yung designation na attorney because I want to respect the Supreme Court. I do not want to carry that title while I am suspended because I should not be called a lawyer if I cannot function or exercise as a lawyer. Pihit ko na lang din. So kung masuspend yung mga senador natin because may plunder law or may Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, diba? So they should not be able to exercise the powers and functions of a senator. So lahat ng mga may kaso like Senator Jinggoy, pag nakasuhan sila, pag nakulong sila, they can no longer function as senators or as senator judges. So mahabang usapan yan. That's for a different episode mo siguro, but that is what I hope to follow as a lawyer na suspended. Tuloy lang yung aking mga shows, my opinions, but not as a lawyer.
Dagdag ko lang siguro bago tayo magtapos. Siguro factor din yung threshold ng kapal ng mukha eh. Pag politiko, miski may kaso, iba yung talab kasi ng mga ganun eh. Suspended man o hindi, depende yun sa kapal ng mukha eh. Yun ang threshold na dapat tingnan.